We were supposed to receive the concrete today, but we had to delay it because it was supposed to be raining a lot today, and all of a sudden it is not raining. So at this moment we don't know what to do, to be honest, because we have been postponing things based on the weather, especially for the concrete, that you cannot pour it if it's raining. This is the new forecast. So today is Tuesday and the forecast says that tomorrow is going to be cloudy and then on Thursday it's going to be raining. We're aiming to get the concrete here on Friday. So yeah, other than that, once we get that scheduled, I will try to schedule the steel delivery so it doesn't come in the same day, because once we are pouring the concrete, it's not something that you can just leave and come back later at. You either do it now or it's gonna stay as you left it. So yeah, rough times in the construction site, but I guess this is how it is.
Good morning, guys. Today we are going to start the day by making 2 holes on the ground to make sure that the slab doesn't move.
I'm gonna go ahead and put some more gravel on the left side because it's a little bit lower than what we want to, and then we'll compact it by hand. Should be good to go. All right, so we just finished pretty much with everything. I think it's pretty good compacted. It would have been better to actually have a machine to compact, but we don't own one, so maybe in the future we can own one and do this properly. But it's gonna be fine like that. And now we're gonna start putting the plastic. That plastic is just to avoid the humidity going from the soil up to the slab, which has luck because it's super windy, as you can see, and the plastic is super big. It's just one sheet of plastic for the whole thing. We're gonna try our best. Eugenia is gonna try now to cut the holes for the pipes. Nice! It worked actually pretty well. Now we're gonna go ahead and staple the plastic to the form, and she's taping the holes that she did for the pipes.
Lolita.
Lolita, you cannot go. Lolita, no. Perfect. Yes, I just hit the olive tree. But nothing happened. We just trimmed the olive tree with the drone. That's how you access to the upper branches. So we have decided not to staple it, at least in not too many places, just because later when we remove the forms it's gonna be a mess. And now Genia is cutting the plastic, and after that we're gonna start working with the rebars. I'm going to start trimming the rebars that go in the long direction. I'm gonna remove 5 centimeters from each side. ¿Qué tal es ahí con el palo? ¿Funciona? Con el...
We just finished putting the rivers in the long side, and now we are gonna cut the ones for the short side.
Since the rivers come in 6 meters and we're cutting 310, then the leftover from the cut is 290. It's not long enough, so what Eugenia is doing right now is to actually splice them. Rivers are set, they're looking quite well. What we will do is just to tie them up in between them so they cannot move. This will take probably like an hour to do. Now we're gonna take a break, have a cold drink and maybe a toast. What are you preparing?
Some mango. Do you want hazelnut?
You ready? Alright guys, we just finished the lunch break. Now I'm gonna start securing all the rebars in place. I'm gonna start from this first side and I'm gonna go adding 30 centimeters exactly. So basically you use some metal wire and you like make a knot so the rebars are held together. That way when you pour the concrete they don't move. It's pretty straightforward work.
¿Me estás dejando a mí más cuadrado de la mitad? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Me estás dejando 6. Te acabo de pillar.
¿Dónde te estoy dando ese?
Mira, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6.
Pero
y mira,
que siempre lo hago yo,
no,
¿qué estás
y mira
hablando?
lo que has hecho.
Este-
No me lo creo.
Me ha cogido, tío. Por ser más rápido. Hombre, ya- We just finished. It's been quite some work to do this. I thought it was gonna be just 1 hour and it took us like 3. But it's looking, I don't know, you judge yourself, it's looking fantastic. It's the kind of work that while you are doing it, you get extra motivated because you see how far you're getting. We're gonna be actually raising the rebars from the floor another 5 centimeters. We will be using, hold on, I'm gonna show you right now. These concrete bricks, probably gonna cut them in half, not too sure. I'm gonna actually go and test how it looks.
Hi guys, good morning. While Pepe is getting ready to start the day, I'm gonna go ahead and bring these concrete pieces so we can raise the rebars from the floor. ¿Por fuera o en medio?
Today we're gonna be working on setting all the anchor bolts. We have a plan from Blocken that specify the exact location of each bolt, and what we're gonna do, we're gonna cut this long threaded bolt in 3. So this is 1 meter, we're gonna cut 33, 33. Normally you will bend the end of the bolt, so the bent part stays in the concrete, but today we're gonna be actually doing with a couple of nuts and a big washer. We're gonna be fabricating an L with wood, something like this, so the ball stays there while we pour the concrete and it cannot move. They have to be exactly in the right position because the walls come already with holes for these bolts. Once you assemble the wall, then you just put it on top and secure it. Just going to pick this up. It's the last tool that we need to pour the concrete. Fresno trowel. We will hook it up here with the other tool that we have that we haven't showed just yet, because this was the last piece that we were missing. It has like an extension pole that you can tilt like from the distance, and then you can like pass it that way and then tilt it and pass it back. We'll show you guys later, but for now, yeah, it's gonna be a nice concrete slab. It's the first time we're gonna do it, but it's gonna be a good one. Alright, Espen, vamos. Yeah. I'm gonna start working on the anchor bolts. The idea is to slide one nut, just a regular nut, and then a big washer. It's like 5 millimeters thick, and I don't know how big, and 5 centimeters width. So it's like chunky. It's like a chunky piece of metal, and then a split washer. Sorry, so the other way around. Split washer first, now the big washer, and lastly we're gonna be putting a nut that has this rubber thingy on the end. Once you put it on, it won't go anywhere. And now I'm gonna go ahead and cut the whole bolt in 33 centimeters. Okay, so we know the first bolt has to go at 136 millimeters. So I'm gonna make a mark here at 136. So we know that this bolt has to go somewhere there. And we also know that they have to go 38 millimeters in, somewhere like here. We're gonna use the pieces that Virginia cut, and we're gonna do like this. Quillo, se me ha caído la cabeza de... Quillo, hoy no es el día, Quillo, no sé qué cojones pasa, tío. $3,4, ¿no? $248.
¿Puedes? Y yo voy poniendo este de aquí, ¿no?
Sí, sí, venga. Pero te hace falta una tuerca, toma.
Tú puedes salvar tú.
Alright guys, we're gonna take the lunch break now. Half of the anchor bolts are ready. We just finished one L and we need to close the other L to close the rectangle. But now it's lunch time. We cooked yesterday's soup, so we can have for a few days.
¿Qué más arroz tenía?
Spain, you want some soup, man?
Pate por las patatas tuyas.
All right, we just finished lunch. We're gonna try to finish all the anchor bolts today because we're expecting the concrete truck to come tomorrow. If we are not able to finish it, then we will try to maybe start early in the morning tomorrow before the truck arrives, which we have scheduled by 11 or so. These are all the tools that we bought for the concrete slab. I know they look like a lot of tools. This is not the only concrete slab that we're going to be building. We're going to actually be building two large concrete slabs on the other side of the property in probably a couple of months. So we needed to invest in proper tools. Also, if you hire someone to build it for you, then it's more expensive. And if you want to have a good finish, then you need tools in order to be able to do it. So this is all we got, and we're gonna show you what we think is the essential tools for a concrete slab. This is the rake.
For what do you use it?
This is just for extending the concrete.
And which one is the one that is going to be using it?
I think me, no? It's a little bit more like a physical kind of work. So I will be over here. The concrete truck will back up and pour the concrete somewhere in this area. So my goal is
Not that.
hopefully not doing that. My goal is to extend the concrete over these areas where the truck cannot reach, and then you're gonna be floating the edges.
Do we have the hand floater here for me?
No, we don't own a hand floater.
No?
How many times I tell you? No, we don't. We didn't order one. We ordered a trowel, which is kind of the same but different. So we ordered this, which is a steel trowel. Pretty nice.
So this is going to be my tool, no?
Yeah, that's going to be your tool. We should have ordered a magnesium one for the beginning. Maybe for the other slabs we will, but for this one it's fine. I think. I don't know, I've never done it, but
I hope so.
I hope so. Super lightweight then, and like it feels so solid. You tilt it a little bit every time, so in the direction you're going, you should tilt it up. So if you're going to the left, you should tilt a little bit up, and then back. You tilt it the other way around and come back. Oh no, I've never done it. That's what YouTube is telling me. We ordered 3 extension poles. I don't know if we need that long, to be honest, but just in case, because the next slab is gonna be 6 meters by, I don't know, a lot of meters, then it's not bad to have like a long one. All right, now we're gonna go with the end of this same tool, which is the bull floater, the magnesium bull floater. Shall I open it? Muy buena pinta, la verdad.
Do you want to install it?
Yes, let's do that. As you can see, if I turn the pole, the floater tilts. Basically, you want this tilting up when you're going that way, and that tilting down when you're going back. So no edges get stuck in the concrete. It's gonna be fun, guys, to do it the first time. My arms are already sore and I'm just unboxing. This trowel is similar to the bull float. The only difference basically is heavier and it's a different material. This is steel and the other one is magnesium. So you want the magnesium bull float right when you are pouring concrete. You have screeded the whole thing, then you pass the bull float. And the trowel goes actually a little later when the concrete is already a little bit hard. Similar things, but they are actually very different tools, and you need them both if you want to have a super nice and flat surface. This is an aluminum screeder, and this is just to extend the concrete. When after we have extended the whole thing with the rake, then we will come with this screeder and we'll try to make everything as flat and horizontal as possible. It's very light and it's 100% straight. So, I mean, you can use a 2x4 or like a piece of wood or something like that, but then they are not straight. So also this type of tools we can use in many things, because you always need a long straight line for many things like carpentry or things like that. So I wanted to buy one of these for a long time. Okay.
And Christmas has arrived.
This is just a water level that we really needed an upgrade from the old one because the old one wasn't even horizontal anymore. Thicker, wider and longer, and it has also two levels, one for the horizontal. I mean, I guess I could have used this one for screeding, but I didn't want to ruin it with the concrete. Okay, so everything is ready for tomorrow. All the bolts are set. The rebar is raised from the floor like 5 centimeters. Eugenia also secured the bottom part of the bolt to the rebar as well, so it won't move from here. Like, you know, it's super solid. Probably tomorrow, if I have time before the truck arrives, I'm gonna secure the form a little bit more to the ground, just in case. I have like 3-4 hours before he arrives to finalize everything. So tomorrow is gonna be an amazing day, guys. Are you as excited as we are? Because I mean, I've been dreaming about this concrete slab for like 6 days in a row. Cannot wait to finally get one done and experience all the different things that you need to know when you're actually doing it. Because I mean, I read a lot and I have watched a lot of videos and I've seen it done in building sites in real life, but never done it. It's gonna be it for today. Tomorrow we pour concrete. Alright guys, look how we are with umbrella. We were supposed to pour concrete right now, but it started raining this morning and we had to cancel. Scheduled for next week because with this rain we cannot pour. I mean, we could, but then we wanted to have a super nice finish, a smooth finish. The rain is not good for that, so we had to cancel and postpone it. Tomorrow we receive the whole kit from Blocken, the steel and the OSB, and we're gonna try our best to record the whole process. I hope it doesn't rain tomorrow because I don't think the truck can go all the way up here through the dirt road if it's muddy and wet. The truck just arrived with all the structure, and now we're gonna go talk to him and see if he thinks he can get up here, because we would like to avoid what happened last time. I don't know if you remember, but yeah, we don't want that again. He can have a clear picture of what's happening before he enters this road. If not, then we will be forced to unload everything by hand, which will be a workout, but I don't think it will be that bad.